Welcome to the Eternal Bright Light channel. Today, we will discuss about a much debated topic of astrology. Today, we will talk about the best type of chart for astrology. We know, in astrology, the 12 zodiac signs or rashis are used for predictions. Each of these 12 zodiac signs are 30 degrees in length. But in reality, not all of these signs are exactly 30 degrees. But, in most astrological systems, they are considered to be equal. So, these zodiac signs can be drawn in two ways. The Western tropical chart system, or the Vedic sidereal chart system. Now, there are various debates, and long-drawn theories, on this topic, regarding which chart gives the best results. But today, we will make this clear to you, in a very short and simple way, without having to go into too many details. So let's get started. We know, Earth revolves round the Sun, in an elliptical orbit. And also the Earth is tilted on its axis of rotation by 23.5 degrees. So, it takes 24 hours for Earth to complete one rotation, and 365 days to complete a revolution around the Sun. In these 365 days, there are 4 days or points which are very significant. The summer and winter solstices, when the day is longest and shortest respectively. And the 2 equinoxes, when day and night is equal. Now, the tropical zodiac chart is drawn based on the position of the vernal equinox. And the sidereal zodiac chart is drawn based on the position of the stars located outside the solar system, also called nakshatras in Vedic astrology. Now, without going into much astronomical theories, let's have a look on how this difference impacts astrology. Before we begin, keep 3 points in mind. First, let's make it clear. Both the tropical and sidereal charts are Vedic. Unlike claims made by many people that the tropical chart is a Western chart. But it is not true. In Vedic times, the tropical chart was called Sayana Rashi, and the sidereal chart was called Nirjana Rashi. Second, the sidereal or Nirjana chart is drawn based on the position of the star Spica, which is located around 250 light-years away from the Sun, in the constellation of Virgo. This star Spica is also one of the brightest stars in the night sky. So, sidereal chart system is not drawn based on the Sun, or our solar system. Therefore, it is relatively much more stable and fixed, and the position and alignment of the zodiac signs rarely changes. Third, unlike the sidereal chart, the tropical or Sayana chart is not very stable. Why so? Because it is drawn based on the equinox point, and the problem with equinoxes is that they shift from their position roughly 1 degree in every 72 years. Why the equinoxes shift is a different topic altogether, so let's not get into there today. Just know this, the equinoxes are not stable, and keeps changing their position. So roughly somewhere between 250 and 500 AD, the tropical chart used to coincide with the sidereal chart. As you can see in the diagram, the outer chart of gold color is the sidereal chart, whereas the inner chart of green color is the tropical. All the signs, beginning from Aries and ending in Pisces, starts and ends in the same position in the 2 charts. So, back then there was no need for 2 separate charts. But after that the equinox kept shifting, while the sidereal chart remained fixed. Now, fast forward to the modern era. Today, the zodiac signs in the 2 charts are not in the same positions anymore. As you can see in the diagram, because of the shifting of the equinoxes, the zodiac signs in the tropical chart have shifted. But the sidereal chart is relatively fixed because of its stable nature. Hence, this shift in degrees, and the difference is called Ayanamsa. There are many values given to the Ayanamsa by several scholars. However, the Lahiri Ayanamsa is the most accepted one. According to him, this shift of the tropical zodiac started from around 285 AD. So currently, this difference is around 24.14 degrees. So which Ayanamsa you use, is your own choice. But, whichever Ayanamsa system you use, the value will be between 22 to 25 degrees, not much difference anyway, so use any Ayanamsa you want. For example, if your moon is in 15 degrees of Aries in the sidereal chart, then it will be in the sign of Taurus in the tropical chart. This shift will happen for every planets. Therefore, you can understand how the entire birth chart is changing based on which chart you use. Now finally, the most important question. Which chart should you use? We already know the equinox shifts 1 degree in every 72 years. So, we have to wait till around year 26,000 AD, for the two charts to coincide again. So what do you do in these 26,000 years? The answer is to this question very simple. In the ancient times, the Vedic scholars knew this problem would arise. Both the charts are relevant and useful, if you know how, and when to use it. If you want to draw the birth chart of an individual, then use the sidereal chart. Why so? Because, the birth chart is nothing but the karmic map of the soul. And the soul is not limited to just the solar system. So if you use sidereal chart in this case, you are creating a wider possibility, as the sidereal chart is anchored hundreds of light years away, outside of the solar system. But, when you are predicting earthly phenomenon, like weathers, climates, or similar things, which are not so much influenced by the interstellar space, then use the tropical chart. This will give you a much better result, as the position of Sun and other heavenly bodies greatly influences the Earth's atmosphere. So that's the end of the discussion. Both the charts are relevant and useful, if you know how to use them. In the end, it is ultimately your personal choice. Use them how you want. The most important thing is to get the predictions correct. If you have any thoughts on this, then please share them in the comment section. Stay tuned for more interesting contents. So, until next time, goodbye and take care. See you soon.